excellent. Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our NPM Q&A Live. We always love to hear who's joining us, so let us know in the chat box who you are and where you're from. And of course, the reason that we're having this live Q&A today is exactly that. We are going to be fielding your questions in a live Q&A after we share a lot of information about what to expect for the association in the next several months. So with that being said, allow me to introduce the NPM leadership that will be speaking with you today. My name is Amanda Bruce, and I am the Director of Communications and Marketing for NPM. And of course, next to me is Jennifer Klug, Executive Director of NPM, Kaisna Sosa, who is our Director of Membership, and Ann Vasile, who is our membership. Are you our membership forum chair? Yes, you're our membership forum chair. Clearly, I've been talking too much today, and that's going to be a problem today. So thank goodness I'm going to be passing it along to many people because I've been talking too much today. But thank you so much for joining us today for this live Q&A. Now, before we begin, I'd love to just give a little bit of an expectation of what to expect. Today, we are going to be discussing a lot of changes and progress with the association, as well as membership changes that you can expect, as well as the 2024 convention. And so as you have questions as we speak, feel free to put them in the chat box, and then we will address them at the end of our time together. So it has been an exciting last 12 months for NPM, and we are so grateful for you today that we can share updates, news, and information about our association with you. So today I'd like to chat a little bit about some of the events that are coming up very quickly with the association. Of course, we have NPM's Winter Colloquium, which is a 3-day event available for premium level NPM members. And that's going to be taking place next week already in Washington, D.C., and features Father Ed Foley as presenter. Now, we've decided, and we're about to announce this, that we have extended registration to this Friday. Today was the original day that registration was closing, but we have been chatting with a few of you and know that you're still interested in registering. So you now can register until this Friday. So there's still time to sign up if you are interested. If you're not a premium level member, but you're interested in joining for the colloquium, contact us at the national office and we can share the best options for you. Now, we're also excited about the upcoming sight singing course that NPM is offering. This 4-week workshop, which is designed for choral singers, cantors, instrumentalists, and really anyone interested in building their music reading skills, will help learners build the tools necessary to read and sing music at sight. If you have been singing or playing for ages but haven't yet learned to apply what your ears and your mind already know to the written language of music and staff lines, key signatures, and so on, this program is for you. Now, the English track will be presented by Dr. Jennifer Budziak, and the Spanish track will be presented by Julio de Leon. As of this morning, the English track has sold out, but we opened just 10 more spots, and we do expect them to sell out as well. So if you're interested in the English track, register today, send it to your cantor, send it to your choir members who you think might be interested. And NPM membership is not required for this particular workshop. Spots in the Spanish track are also available, but filling up as well. NPM members are invited to join, and non-NPM members, like I said. Visit npm.org to learn more and to register today. And that sight singing workshop starts on the 22nd, which is in 2 weeks, and runs for 4 Mondays in a row. So at this point, I'm going to pass it over to Jennifer so she can discuss the national convention. Take it away, Jennifer.
Thank you, Amanda. So many of you know that our 2024 National Convention will take place this summer in Kansas City, Missouri, from July 8th through 11th. This year's theme, Fountains of Faith, highlights the city's many fountains, as well as our own faith experience as Catholics and in our ministry. I'd like to share just a couple of highlights about things to expect at this year's convention. We, of course, will have plenum talks by Ron Harbour, Jan Craybill, and Father Bruce Sigagrani. We will also experience an amazing concert at the world-renowned Kaufman Performing Arts Center, and that concert is included in everyone's registration fee. And this year, we will actually have 3 new music showcases, the first time we've had 3 showcases in quite some time. More information about the 2024 convention can be found in the January issue of Pastoral Music, as well as online soon. Registration will open with the early bird period on February 15th. This year, we're excited to offer the convention recordings once again. If you can't attend the convention in person, access to these recordings start at just $59. People signing up for the recordings will have access to the convention opening celebration, the plenum addresses, the members meeting, all 3 showcase events, as well as selected breakouts and concerts. As has been our custom for the past few years, these recordings are included in the in-person registration fee and will be available online until September 30th, 2024. We love extending this option to you because we know as you return to choral practices that many of you have an opportunity to share these sessions with those in your music ministry back home. I'm also thrilled to announce some upcoming improvements to NPM memberships for all pastoral musicians. And these changes, I want to stress this, are based upon the feedback that we have received from so many of you. First and foremost, you're going to see that we've changed our basic level membership, and it will be replaced by 2 options called Select and Select Plus. A select level membership is going to offer the same benefits that you may have experienced at the basic level membership. A select plus level membership will give you basic level benefits, but also includes a subscription to Pastoral Music magazine and a 5% discount on all NPM programming, including the National Convention. In addition to these changes, I'm so excited about this. NPM is now going to offer discounted membership for retired pastoral musicians, clergy, those serving in religious life, and students. These 4 membership levels will receive the same benefits as the Select Plus level membership that I mentioned just a moment ago. These restored categories are a direct result of requests by members. I've lost track by the time of the times I've spoken with someone who is about to retire from music ministry who says, I really want to be a part of NPM. I really want to receive the magazine still. I treasure that, but I really don't need a standard level membership. Is there something for me? We've had similar conversations with students, with clergy, and women and men in religious life. So you'll also see that standard and premium level membership dues will increase slightly by $4 and $10 respectively. However, we will now offer a $10 discount to all available levels who receive the magazine if you choose to receive the magazine in its digital format only. I'd like to stress that everyone who receives the magazine already has digital access to it. But now we want to incentivize you to consider an eco-friendly choice and opt out of receiving the print edition as well. All of these stated changes will go into effect on February 1st, 2024. So as I mentioned, these changes are a direct result of your feedback, and we continue to be a member-led organization seeking to serve you and all pastoral musicians in the ways that you serve the church. So as your needs evolve, the association will evolve and the benefits that we offer to you. Your membership supports and affirms our mission to foster the art of musical liturgy, both now and in the future. So now I'd like to invite Kaisna Sosa, our Assistant Director of Membership, to share some reminders and updates about member benefits. Kaisna?
Thank you, Jennifer. Most of you know that we are using a new database called the Music Room. You hear a lot more about the Music Room in the upcoming months as we take advantage of the many ways to engage, connect, and be renewed as a member of NPM. Do you want to learn more about the NPM Music Room? The NPM National Office will be offering live tutorials in January and February. These live tutorials will help you get the most out of your membership and the Music Room, including setting up your profile, renewing your membership, connecting with fellow members, and more. If you'd like to save the dates, the Back to Basics beginner session will be on Monday, January 22nd at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And the intermediate and advanced session will be on Tuesday, February 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Registration is free and is available now on the NPM website. In the past year, we began to offer additional benefits. Standard and premium level members now receive discounts on auto, home, pet, and renter's insurance as well. We also offer discounts on hotels and car rentals, just to name a few. And don't forget that we continue to offer a 30-day membership trial. Please share this membership trial with your friends, your colleagues, your choir members, and everyone you know. You are the best advocate for NPM. Now I'd like to introduce our membership forum chair, Anne Vasile. She will talk about the ways in which you can share your feedback regarding membership.
Hi, everyone. I'd love to ask you to pray for the Holy Spirit's guidance and how you can be an integral part of NPM in the future. Maybe it's joining the membership forum, join my team, and help us as we move forward in this new digital age. Or maybe you can provide special feedback on specific professional topics. We also include a lot of information about changes to membership today in our talk. If you have specific questions about these upcoming changes, or if you'd like to talk further about what we spoke about today, please contact Kaisna or myself, and we are glad to answer your questions and talk further. Lastly, I really hope to see you at the 2024 convention in Kansas City. Please introduce yourself to me if I see you, and come just say hi. I love to meet you. Thank you.
So at this time, we would like to hear from you. We know we've provided a lot of information about what to expect for the association in the next several months, and this is the chance for you to ask any questions you have of us. As we wait to hear from you, we did receive some emails in advance of this with some questions that members had. So we will start with some of them, and then we ask that you please feel free to put any questions that you have in the chat box after that time. So at this point, we have a couple questions, and we're just going to bounce back and forth a little bit here, if that's okay. And if you ladies, if you would like to address it, please pop on in. So the first question was, and I think this is probably best for Jennifer, why Kansas City for the 2024 convention?
So many reasons. First and foremost, we have not one, but two amazing chapters in Kansas City. As most of you know, we have Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, St. Joseph, Kansas City, Missouri, which is known as Kansas City, St. Joseph. And there's a chapter on either side of the river. They are wonderful, wonderfully strong chapters who love NPM and are incredible advocates for our mission. And so they were ready to jump in and make it happen. Kansas City is centrally located. It boasts a brand new airport as well. It was literally opened less than a year ago, in early March 2024. So it's centrally located, lots of direct flights to it. But also, we have never had a national convention in Kansas City. So it was about time to go there.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay, another question too. This is about the convention, and actually, this probably is back to Jennifer, but we will bounce back and forth between the rest of us, I swear. So a question that came up was, you mentioned that we are offering convention recordings. Does that mean it's a virtual convention? Because we've had them in the past. So the question submitted was, what happened to the virtual convention? What are the recordings? Is that the virtual convention?
Yeah. That's a great question. So for the past 2 years, we've had a virtual convention in the week following the in-person experience. And during those, myself and Amanda and other member leaders have really facilitated a shared experience, rewatching those recordings together, and also introducing some new live content as well. As we have returned to a more in-person world, as we continue to emerge from the pandemic, we really looked at what was being utilized out of those sessions, and we decided that there was a way to capture all of that content that people really wanted to view and offer it at an even more affordable price point than we've been able to in the past 2 years. So what we're really anticipating happening is that more people will be at the in-person convention, but that this lower price point starting at $59 will also enable more people to access these recordings and still view them on their own timeline, just as we have the past 2 years.
Great, excellent. Okay, so we're going to transition to some questions that were submitted in advance regarding the membership. So of course we can go back to the convention if you have any questions about the convention, but in the meantime, I have some membership questions submitted. So the first question is, why are there new membership tiers, and why is the name changing from basic to select? Two-pronged question.
Do you want me to take that one, or Anne, do you want to take it?
I'm glad to talk about that. So the new membership tiers are really truly a direct result of membership feedback. And people, our members in the association, you asked for more, you asked for more. You asked for more variety, you asked for more options, you asked for membership tiers that directly more closely resembled you. And we are a mirror, we, the National Association, are a mirror of our members. And the only way to continue to evolve is to offer what our members want. And we have, really, truly basic. None of us are basic. There's no such thing. And, we just really thought that a basic membership, it just doesn't sound good. And so, we kind of sat around and we thought, let's change the wording a little bit. And so that's how we ended up with Select. And Select Plus gives you a little bit more. Similarly, you know, people have been asking for years to go back to having a clergy and religious membership. Um, the future of the church is among us with our younger professional leaders. So why not offer a student membership? Similarly, our professional call, and I know that this branches into the next question, so I apologize for that. But similarly, the very definition of an emeritus, an emeriti, is a retired professional. And we have many retired professionals among our association. So why not honor them with a membership within the association that is catered just for them? And, Pope Francis has asked us as a global church to honor our earth and be good conservators of our natural resources. So having the opportunity to offer a digital only version of our magazine and offer a discount just seemed to fit perfectly with our new model. Did I miss anything, Jennifer?
All right, great. All right, let's stay on this topic for just another second. And I am actually quickly pulling up this graphic so we can take a look at it together, because you just mentioned something that's very important. So I'm going to share my screen again, and we are going to talk about these discounted memberships quickly. So of course, these are the numbers that we kind of flashed past you very quickly here. And so with that being said, let's say someone's on this live Q&A and they are one of these people. They're a clergy member, they are a retiree, they're a student. This question is for all three of you. How do I move forward? How do I apply for this discounted rate based on the status that I fulfill?
Yeah, so let me answer that question. So all of these memberships will be available online on the NPM website. If anyone is a new member and wants to join at any of these rates, that will be available. However, for those of you that are current members of NPM, either at the standard level, at the basic level, or at the premium level, if you wanted to, let's say that you are clergy and you wanted to change your membership from standard to the clergy rate, you could do that. And so what we would do is we would just prorate your membership and then extend that membership, by how many more months the payment that you already made was applicable to. So yes, on February 1st, look at the music room for those changes, look on the website for those changes, and you also have the NPM Sing at npm.org email. You also have our office numbers, and we'd be happy to assist you over the phone, over email if you have any questions.
Okay, great. Another question about membership. So what if I want to renew before the current membership rates increase on February 1st? Is that possible for me to do?
Absolutely. We have no problem with that whatsoever. In fact, we encourage you to do it.
Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, we have some questions coming in from members. So I'm going to ask them here. Forgive me for looking down. I have them on my iPad. So this is a question about the convention. This is about the convention recordings. Joanne asks, will purchased recordings be available beyond the end of September?
So generally the way we've handled that in the past is if a chapter would like to use it for an event, we've really done it on a case-by-case basis and provided access to an individual recording for a parish or a chapter event. So September 30th is the global cutoff date, but NPM does retain the permissions to those recordings after the fact. So we can certainly handle that on a case-by-case basis.
Great, great. Another convention question which has come up, will there be a choral institute at the convention?
Ah, that is an excellent question. This year, there will not be a choral institute the way there has been in other years, but we do have some really exciting pre-convention events for you to consider. We have a director of music ministry retreat. We have an organ crawl as well. We have a handbell institute. And the Handbell Institute actually is one of the few, is actually the only event that you can register for without the convention registration. We know that many, many local people, both of the Catholic tradition and outside of the Catholic tradition, really look forward to that Institute experience. And so we do open that to the local community. And then last but certainly not least, this year, during Tuesday of the convention, we're offering a retreat just for clergy as well.
I'd like to take this opportunity too to mention, shameless plug, but if you are a standard or premium level member, you should, I just realized my background's blurred, that's funny. You should have received Pastoral Music Magazine, which clearly people can't see because my background is blurred, but it looks like this. And on the back of it is the Fountains of Faith convention brochure. So you will see this on the website very shortly, but we highly encourage you to open your magazine and explore the convention brochure, because there will be descriptions and more information about the pre-convention events that Jennifer just mentioned. We have a specific question for chapters, and I will admit this might be one that we need to connect with directly on with you, Julie. But this is a question about chapter members reports. And so Julie asked, can chapter membership coordinators also receive the email with the link to the chapter members report? This question is actually probably for Kaysna.
Yes, so Julie, if you like anyone on the board to have access to those reports, just let me know and I can grant them access.
Great, cool. So Julie, connect with Kaysna after, we'd be happy to help. Okay, so here's one more question we have as we continue to get more questions in the chat box. Feel free to send them away. Here's one that we've received in the office. Where is pastoral music digitally? This is something that has come up. So allow me, please, to actually give you a quick view of how to access it. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again. Oops. Okay, so here we go. So first go to npm.org and then simply hit the NPM music room or members content. Today we're going to hit members content. Now I will warn you, this is currently only for standard or premium levels of membership. However, as of February 1st, Select Plus members will also receive this. And let me be clear, all Select Plus, standard, and premium members receive this, which means technically you have two ways to view Pastoral Music Magazine every month. And so we are offering an option for a discount if you want to go paperless and then no longer get the paper version. I should have done this before we began. Forgive me. Let's hope I said the right password. And if I didn't, I will have to stop sharing my screen and share it again. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I don't even know my own password. Okay, forgive me. This should have actually logged in and saved that way. Okay, thank goodness. Whew, okay, so I'm now in the members content area, which is available for standard and premium members. And if you scroll down, you will see some of the content that standard and premium level members receive, including the planning calendar, a tutorial on the planning calendar, and then Pastoral Music Magazine. So if you click that button, you will see that you receive Pastoral Music Magazine in here, where you can click the image or the date anytime and see any of these magazines. And then actually you have access on this link to all of the volumes until September 2012. If you want a later version of anything, you can always contact the office and we can provide it, But you can refer back to any of these by simply clicking the date or the thumbnail, and you will see that you have a digital copy available to you. All right, let's check and see if there are any more questions in the chat box. I did not check until after that. No, I think that's all the questions we've received. This is the last chance for you. If you have any questions, to please feel free to put them in the chat box. But other than that, is there anything else that you ladies would like to cover or mention at this point? Anyone?
Anne, do you want to go first?
Oh, well, I was going to remind people on our call today that if they are a chapter director or a chapter board member, that Kaisna and I do offer monthly drop-in open house sessions. And oh my gosh, I completely just drew a blank as to when our next upcoming session was. It's so embarrassing.
Kaysa, do you want to mention when
Kaisna, do you have the date?
She's looking at her calendar.
I'm so sorry. I just shouldn't open my mouth like this. But
Yes. So our next chapter drop-in session will be on Monday, January 29th.
thank you.
Yes, and I'll also send a reminder to everyone, but that will be at 2 p.m. 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, Anne.
We do have one question also. How often does the magazine come out? A good question. So the magazine, an edition of the magazine is released 5 times per year. Typically, I believe it's January, April, June/July, September, and November. Those are our typical times. And of course, typically the January edition also has the convention brochure as well. Also, Kaisna, would you mind reminding people what the dates are for the music room tutorials? I know we just kind of blew through we've been giving a lot of dates. Would you mind saying them again?
Yes. So the first tutorial, which will be more of a beginner tutorial, it will be on Monday, January 22nd at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. The second session, which is a little bit more advanced or intermediate level, will be on Tuesday, February 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, for those of you who cannot join us, we'll also open up the floor for questions. So, if you cannot join one or the other sessions, we'll also have the recordings available online.
Yes, definitely. Great. And registration is open for all of those, and they are, of course, free. So feel free to go to the website right after this and sign up. We'd love to have you. Okay, great.
And I just wanted to stress that those sessions are for all members. You do not need to be a chapter director or in a chapter leadership role to participate in those. Those are for all members because the music room is your tool. It's your way to connect with your fellow members. And we want to make sure that you are taking advantage of all of the opportunities within it.
Excellent. Great. Okay, so those are all the questions that we have. Anne, Kaisna, Jennifer, thank you for being on today's call. Thank you, our NPM members and colleagues, for being on this live Q&A, whether you watched live or after the fact. We are so grateful for your time, and we hope that as you end this video, you also have as the takeaway that the changes and the progress that we are making as an association is in direct relationship to you and your feedback, because we really are here to serve you so that you can serve others in ministry. So thank you all again. We look forward to seeing you at an upcoming NPM event, and take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye, everyone.